Welcome back to the Loner Ranger radio show with Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage. Yes, I'm the Loner Ranger. I'm the Loner Ranger because I'm helping people arrange mortgage loans for purchases, refinances, construction loans, renovation loans, reverse mortgages, home equity line of credit, down payment assistance, FHA, VA, conventional, you name it, I got it. Let's get her done. Let's help more people become homeowners. The fact of the matter is there is no such thing as a rich renter. We all know that, right? Even if you're a renter, you look at yourself and you go, God dang it, man, I got to get into the home game. Here's the problem. It's tough to get into the game. You need somebody that can help you. You need a good real estate agent. You need a good mortgage lender. Okay. Start with the mortgage lender. That would be me. I can help you get things situated. If you're not in a position right now to buy, you may go, hey, you know what, Bruce? I don't really feel like I'm in a position. I got to fix some credit shit. Don't do it yourself. Let me help you do it. You will do more damage and it will take you longer to fix it than the skills that we have to fix it. And you know what? Don't go paying somebody to do it either. Don't go hiring a company to fix your credit. Most of them are scams and they don't work. We have the software. We put your credit through an analyzer and it tells you what to do. And you just go do it. And it'll say, okay, your score is going to go from a 589 to a 629 in 30 days if you do this and this. Then you just do this and this. And we help you. And you don't pay for that. We help you, guide you in the right direction. All right. So we got a lot more to talk about, and we only have a short period of time here left in this segment. First of all, I appreciate everybody joining me today, taking time out of your busy day. First thing I want to talk about is an event that I'm going to do on May the 7th in Winter Park, Florida. This is an event for reverse mortgages. Now, it's designed to train real estate agents on how to understand the true facts about reverse mortgages, but also help them so they could reach out and help more people in the communities that may need a reverse mortgage. Because if your real estate agent doesn't understand it, people that don't understand things have no business trying to sell them or trying to convince you to do it or not to do it. You don't have the skills. You don't have the information. So I went ahead and I'm just reaching out to everybody that listens to my show, Tampa, Orlando, Daytona, everywhere from anywhere. You're welcome to join me in this class. You need to go to my website at webringyouhome.com and register for it. So here's the deal. May 7th, I'm going to open up the curtains. They said you're going to look through the back of the curtains on one of the most misunderstood and most powerful tools in real estate. If you're 62 or older, have a family member who is, or a real estate agent looking to untap opportunities, you don't want to miss this. So here's the deal. There's a fortune sitting in your home right now, or a home that you may want to buy. Are you using it or are you leaving it behind? Number two, reverse mortgages, the most misunderstood tool in real estate, and it could change everything for you and your clients if you're a real estate agent. If you're selling 55 and better communities, come on, you're crazy not to understand this program inside and out. You're going to get the truth behind it, the good, the bad, the ugly, what to know, what not to know, who it's good for, who it's not good for. If you're 62 or older, or love someone who is, you need to hear this before making your next move. Realtors, how many deals have you missed because you don't understand reverse mortgages? Turn your home equity into income without selling your home. What if your next listing, if you're a real estate agent, or your client's next homes depends on understanding reverse mortgages? Wouldn't you want to be able to help guide them in the right direction? Stop overlooking the fast growing opportunity in real estate. Reverse mortgages are the game changer. And so you're going to find a lot of clients right now, me included. Listen to this. I got a 4-bedroom, 4,300 square foot house on a lake. You know who lives there? My wife and I. That's it. And we got a little kitchenette and our master. So we only use the kitchen, and our master. We don't use hardly anything else in the house. Like a lot of folks are in that position where they haven't even been upstairs in their house in years. What do they need it for? They're downsizing. The aging population, the baby boomers are aging, and now is a time we can help more of them. I'm one of them. 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313, or Tampa Bay at 813-213-4009, or go to WeBringYouHome.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. Bruce Woodburn, the Loan Arranger. Every loan program and guide to every loan program is on my YouTube page. Okay. Now, you want down payment assistance? I got a unique down payment assistance program, and we'll forgive the down payment assistance in about 60 to 90 days. How do you like that? You can get up to 3.5% to 5% towards your down payment assistance. You don't even have to be a first-time home buyer. FHA loans only. If you're interested in that, then direct message me, DM me at Woodburn Team, and you will get my information on my down payment assistance program. I haven't got it up on the website because I just really launched it this week. So it's all available to you. If you got people that want down payment assistance, struggling to get in a home, it comes with solar panels. You have to have the solar panels with it. Comes with solar panels, but there's no second mortgage. There's no lien on it. Second lien, it's all added to the first FHA mortgage. And you get down payment assistance. Call the Loan Arranger. Again, 407-706-3313, or WeBringYouHome.com. I want to talk a little bit about interest rates. We're all excited that interest rates are starting to come back down again. They got hammered after we started bombing Iran. Thank God we're in there protecting this country from bad people like that. I'm glad Trump's in there pounding the crap out of these people. We got to get this thing done and get the oil flowing again. We need to get Venezuelan oil flowing again. Man, we'd be paying $1.99 if we could get that stuff going. It's going to be insane, and it will happen. Just give the man some time. This guy does more. He does more in a day than most presidents do in a year. Can you imagine if we had Kamala as president right now? Could you imagine how horrible that would be? Can you imagine if Biden was still in office, how horrible that would be? Oh my God, it'd be terrible. That guy couldn't negotiate with anybody. He can't even talk, let alone negotiate. Anyways, I'm getting off track. So we're going to talk about the market. So there is a 99.5% chance that the Fed is not going to drop the Fed rate at the next meeting. And there's a 99% chance it's not going to happen in June either. But I'm getting a lot of folks calling me saying, hey, Bruce, I heard the new Fed chairman's coming in and he's going to drop interest rates. Listen, he might not. But either way, I don't think it's going to have an impact on mortgage rates. Mortgages are tied to the bond market. The 10 and the 30-year bond, they're not tied to the Fed rate. So forget the Fed rate. It's not going to do anything for it. Maybe if they lowered it, there'd be a trickle-down effect at some point, but sometimes it even goes the opposite direction. If you look at the last 3 times the Fed dropped the Fed rate, what did interest rates do in mortgages? They went up. Why do you think they'd go up when the Fed drops the Fed rate? A lot of people shake their head. They go, how could that happen, Bruce? Here's how it happens, just so you know, because the Loan Arranger watches and studies the market, and I know why this happens. The reason it happens is you have to understand, first, mortgages are tied to bonds. They're not tied to the Fed. Okay. When the Fed drops the Fed rate or increases the Fed rate, why do they do that? What is the purpose behind that? It's to slow the economy or stimulate the economy. Lowering rates stimulate, increasing rates slows the economy down. Make sense? So when you lower rates, it will stimulate the economy. Okay. That means people are spending more money. What do you think happens to inflation when people are spending more money? Inflation goes up. Right now, we got inflation down. That's keeping interest rates down. And the lower inflation gets, the better interest rates are going to get. So that's already doing its own job. But if you drop the Fed rate, it'll stimulate the economy. It's going to erode inflation. It will increase inflation, in other words, which will then increase the yield, and the bond market's going to go up. you're going to get higher interest rates. So I don't want them. Just leave them alone. Will go down automatically. It's going to happen. Now, listen, can you expect to be in the low fives anytime soon? No, you probably can't. It's not going to happen. National 30-year fixed right now, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac was at about 6.3%. The last 2 days in the bond market, not great days, but not horrible days. Not horrible. So we didn't get beaten, but we did see a little bit of unsettlement in the bond market this week. However, they're still trending in the right direction. I locked more people in toward the beginning of the week than I did toward the end of the week. The end of the week wasn't quite as attractive, but we're still about 40 to 60 basis points off of where we were before rates started to go up. So that would have been on February 28th was about the lowest. We had one day at 5.99%. How about that? One day, 5.99%. So if you are looking to refinance, you may be looking for rates to drop. That's probably pretty smart. But if you call your bank or a lender, do not take a phone call and talk to a lender by phone unless you solicit them or you know who they are. Do not take that phone call. Do not give people your information. It's crazy. There are bots doing this. You think they're local. They're not local. You think they work for a big mortgage company. They could be somebody out of Mumbai. You don't know where they're from. You want to use somebody that you can depend on. Check out my Google reviews. Check out my Yelp reviews. Check out my Zillow reviews. Check out all the reviews. You're going to see that I'm 4.9 to 5 stars. Why? Because I'm a real person. Why? We return phone calls. Why? We do what we say we're going to do. Why? I'm a direct lender. I'm in all 50 states. I'm the second largest lender in the entire country behind Rocket Mortgage. And here's what I'll do. You want to shop me against Rocket Mortgage? We're going to do it together on a Zoom call. You got that right. There's not too many lenders that are going to show you competition. I'm going to show you on a screen what Bank America is doing, what Chase is doing, what Wells Fargo is doing, what Rocket Mortgage is doing, and you can compare them to me. How about that? Live and in person. We're going to do it together. Nothing hidden here. Total transparency. 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313 for Orlando. You got my Tampa number at 813-213-4009. Again, 813-213-4009. Or go to webringyouhome.com. Interest rates, VA, you can still have them in the fives. FHA, you can have them in the fives. Conventional, you're going to be in the low sixes. If you got great scores, you're always going to get a better rate than if you don't have great scores. I don't determine what your interest rate is. You determine what your interest rate is based on the type of loan you're getting and what your credit score is and how much you're putting down. Now, some people think putting more down gets them a better rate. That's not always true, folks. It's not always true. But we will run different scenarios. I helped a client structure a switch. He wanted to buy his mom's house. His mom wanted to buy his house. They switched. One house was already free and clear. I showed him how to do it. I got another client. They have a bunch of assets, money in the bank and retirement, but they didn't have enough Social Security income to qualify for the mortgage that they wanted. And they didn't want to sell their current home that they had a mortgage on until they were into the new one. How did they do that? The loan arranger structured that for them. Even though they did not have enough income to qualify, I helped them convert their asset into an income stream. I specialize in helping people like this. I specialize in veterans. I've been helping veterans for 36 years. You think USAA is the place to go because they advertise like they're a partner with the military? I will tell you something. I'll compare my loan to USAA any day of the week. Veterans, don't think they're a better deal. You call the Loan Ranger right now. I'm grateful for every one of you. Thanks for joining me today on the air. I really appreciate you spending time with me. But pick up the phone and give me a call. I got whatever you need right here. 407-706-3313 or 813-213-4009. Go to webringyouhome.com. webringyouhome.com.